Hello, everyone. I'm Dan.
And I'm Riley.
And welcome to the next episode of That One Podcast.
We're very excited to be joined by Sophia and Kimberly from the Boys and Girls Club of Tipton County today. We have a great conversation promoting their gala, which will be on August 23rd at the Shack. So definitely stay tuned for more information about that. A lot of exciting things happening at this year's event. But we also just dive into everything that happens at the Boys and Girls Club beyond just, a daycare for the kids. We really break into their programming and everything that they do to make a positive impact on the youth in our community.
All right, well, let's take a look at the next episode.
All right, welcome back to another episode of That One Podcast. I'm happy to be joined by Sophia and Kimberly from the Boys and Girls Club. How are you doing today?
We're good.
Good. So we have some exciting things to talk about, but before we do that, let's go ahead and just jump in and have you each introduce yourself, what you do for the club, how long you've been there, your background in Tipton, because this is a Tipton-focused podcast. So... you want to start?
Sure. So I am the director of development for the club. I've been there, October will be 2 years. I took the job after, I was in the process of selling the gym I worked for. I owned the CrossFit Tipton in town, and then I saw this position pop up via social media. I was kind of ready to make a life change, and this position really spoke to what I loved about being an owner, but it limited all of my responsibilities to just one responsibility.
Yeah.
I do have a heart for helping people. I helped people at the gym, and I just got to transition that passion to helping kids in our community. So it was an easy switch.
Sweet.
So I am the Life and Workforce Readiness Administrator, which is a brand new position. It just started within the last couple of months, kind of bridging the gap between getting kids career focused and ready for the new deployment pathways. So I just moved to Tipton about 5 years ago with my husband. He's Tipton local, but I was selected for this position because I am a former business owner, very embedded in the community, and a school board member.
Nice. So all three of us are business owners or former business owners. So for people who may not be familiar, Boys and Girls Club is a very widely known brand across the country, but just provide a brief overview of what the Boys and Girls Club does specifically here in Tipton County.
Sure. So our club specifically, has been in existence for over 30 years. Something that I kind of love about being an employee of the club is when I first joined onto the staff, probably had the perception as the rest of the community. We're safe. Our reputation's great. Kids come after school. It's affordable. But I had no idea what was inside of the club, which our club is not just a daycare. We're offering programming, and that's such a broad term, but we have pillars of programming that we've created to help our kids make it into the real world. So not every kid is afforded the opportunity of having two parents at home, even one parent at home. And if there's only one parent, they're usually trying to make every end meet on their own. So the club is supposed to help fill in the gaps, and I think we do a great job. Yeah. We do health and lifestyle, we do workforce readiness, we do nutrition programming, we do academics. So they're not just coming, and it may look like it if you're there, running around like banshees.
Yeah.
However, it's a really safe place and a place that we're truly trying to help them build great futures. So.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Yeah.
So you have a big event coming up. I know this is kind of your baby, right?
Yeah.
So tell us about the gala, what it's for, what you do, and kind of just a general overview of that before we dig deeper into it.
So the gala is kind of our premier event every year. We make it a little fancy. We have a great meal. Jama and Brett.
Brett, yeah.
I get it always mixed up. There's Brett and Bretts everywhere.
Yeah.
But Jama and Brett are so gracious and have donated the Shack event space to us 2 years in a row. provided an incredible experience. We have a live auction, a silent auction. It's truly where we probably benefit the most in terms of fundraising from an event. It's just designed to have a great time. This year we're having a DJ post event. So last year we found that I think a lot of people would have stayed had we given them the opportunity. So this year we're providing the opportunity to stay and hang out and have a great time. There's not a lot of opportunity to get dressed up, stay close to home, have a night out with your spouse or your friends or family. So we're trying to do that.
Yeah, it's like a mini prom for
a mini prom. Yes, cocktail attire,
and for a good cause too, not just for the sake of going out. And
and there's just with auctions, there's competitive spirit and there's a lot of fun to be had. And while we want it to be elevated, we also want it to be fun and laid back.
So how did the idea for the gala come about? Was it around before you took the position?
Okay. Yep. So I adopted the event. I believe Christy Conway brought it to life many, many years ago when she was the board president, and she really set the tone for the event for many years. COVID, I think, kind of derailed it for a little while.
Yeah.
Rightfully so. But we've been working to revamp it ever since, and I think this year it's coming back to its former glory.
Nice.
Yeah.
So is there anything outside of the DJ that, any new twist or, what can people expect when they do come?
Sure. I think something that I learned from the event last year was timeliness, efficiency. Obviously, you're coming. There's a lot to get done in those few hours. You want to be able to enjoy yourself. So making sure that everything runs smoothly this year. All of the items that we have in the auction and silent auction, they're just fun. Yeah. We've moved our silent auction to like an online bidding process, which also ups the competitive level just a little bit. We're doing a bourbon poll, so people have donated bottles of bourbon. Very nice. You get to kind of pick a number, and it could be a bottle of Blanton's or it could be a bottle of Maker's Mark, but you'll pay the same price. And again, all towards the club. We do still have time or opportunities for sponsorships, and there are still tickets available, so maybe we can link that at the end or something.
Yeah, definitely. Where can people go to get tickets, and when's the deadline? I know it's approaching.
Yeah, we're going to do deadline about a week before the event, which the event is August 23rd.
Okay.
The week before gives Jama and her team enough time to prepare all of the meals or get that ready. Tickets are $75 a person. Tables are still available, limited, but I have a few. And then tickets, you can go to our Facebook page or email me directly, and I can share that with you later too.
Sweet. What is the menu? Is it Shack Pizza?
Absolutely not. Okay. We are doing, we have three options. We have a soy glazed salmon, a pork ribeye with risotto, and then a Mediterranean chicken option. And Jama doesn't do anything small.
Yeah, so that all sounds delicious.
I'm drooling thinking about it.
Yeah. So say you're on the fence of coming, right? Yes. Some people $75 can be a lot, but they want to make an impact. What would be that one thing that tips them over the edge of making the commitment to come?
Yeah, I think just buying into the idea that there could be this type of experience right outside their back door, and they don't have to drive out of town to have a great night with friends. And really, how often do you have this opportunity to have an experience like
There's not a lot of dress up and be fancy, have a nice dinner type of options in Tipton.
And last year, I think a lot of people almost stayed away from the event because they felt like it was too fancy. I don't want anyone to feel the need to be anything that they're not. If you want to be at the event, please wear whatever you want and join us. It's not supposed to be an exclusive or, excluding anything. So
awesome. Well, it sounds like a great time. What, August 23rd?
August 23rd, 6 p.m. at the Shack.
Perfect. Well, definitely encourage you all to go. I'm looking to go now that you said the bourbon poll. That was my tipping point. There we go. So kind of transitioning to more back to what the club does. Sure. Obviously, the gala is a big part of raising funds for that. But what does the preparing youth for the future look like from your standpoint, Kimberly, of getting them workforce ready or developing some of these skills so that they are more prepared for the future?
So that starts really young for us. We're starting at the earliest ages, teaching them how to write a thank you note, how to shake a hand, how to, as they start getting older, how to set an appointment time and keep it. And then those soft skills then roll over into like the bigger skills of like, how do you apply for a job? How do you build a resume? How do you make a phone call? Which is something that a lot of our youth are lacking nowadays. How do you pick up the phone and say, hey, I'd like to talk to you about this opportunity? So a lot of those types of things. And then it will roll over then into setting them up for internships, like facility tours, et cetera, and preparing them for just their futures.
Awesome. And I know I've been there recently, and there's a whole teen section that has some pretty cool opportunities for them to kind of just explore different ideas and avenues that can lead to a job. Can you kind of talk about those options that are available?
Sure. So we have a lot of stuff built into programming, but then we also have like these VR headsets that help them explore different career opportunities that they're able to kind of see what that's about and give it a try. Just a lot of really cool stuff.
Yeah, it sounds awesome. I wish, honestly, I had something like that when I was a kid, But I think any way that you can make or give the kids an opportunity to try different things before getting to high school or even before getting to college, because there's that saying of a lot of people go to college and really have no idea what they want because they haven't been exposed to all these different options.
And then with the new Indiana diploma pathways, they're wanting kids to declare much earlier what their future is going to look like. So getting them thinking about that from a much earlier age is very important now. So whenever they go into from their 8th grade to their freshman year, they get 3 options. Are they going enrollment, enlistment, or employment? And now they can switch, they can change their minds, but if you get started on the right path, then you're set up for success later on.
So do you work with the schools in any way? Like, how does the collaboration with the schools work?
So we just found out we're going to be able to have a classroom actually when the school year begins. We'll get that all set up, and we won't actually have a class, but it's an opportunity where students can come in the high school during their lunch, during their advisory. There will be some before school programming and after school programming available as well. We have like an Adulting 101 class where we teach about I say class, it's not like a class for credits at the school opportunity where we can teach about like setting a budget and how to build a resume, how to do those types of things. So they will have all those opportunities. There's some opportunities for like some mental health discussions. There's going to be a lot of really cool stuff.
Nice. So there really is more than just a daycare.
Absolutely.
I was there last week and it was hot out and there was just kids running around everywhere, slipping slides. It really did feel like a daycare, but that's just one small piece of it.
To piggyback some of the life and workforce readiness, like this discussion, I think it's so easy when you come from families that provide you opportunities.
Absolutely.
To kind of miss the fact that there's kids within our community that have sometimes never left Tipton.
Right.
That have no idea what jobs are available, what they could be capable of. And I think boiling this new pillar of our programming all the way back down to like, that's who we're starting with. And it's just really special to me. And I think I'm so thankful that we're adding this and that Kim's spearheading all the coordination, and it's cool to just watch it on a very micro level. Like the kids that you see in the club are being impacted by this.
Yeah, it is kind of a different perspective because I grew up in Noblesville and there's more diverse opportunities and you just see different businesses and what's going on. But, Tipton is very small outside of agriculture and small business. And if you don't want to start your own business, what are the options? And if you don't have the means to get outside of Tipton.
And there really are so many options right here in Tipton. And what we have found is when we introduce the idea, a lot of the business owners, a lot of the factories, a lot of the trades, they're so excited and they really want to help. They just don't know how. So that's where I come in now. And I say, hey, here's exactly how you can help. We would love to have you as a mentor. We would love to have you. Like there really is so much outside of agriculture and the things you mentioned that a lot of people just don't know is here. And the kids don't know that these opportunities exist like right here in Tipton. And so just exposing them to that and saying, hey, here's options for you. And you don't have to go far. You can. There's a lot more outside of Tipton, but there's also so much here.
I hear so many stories of kids, and I'm sure us included, like where you meet the one person that had the one conversation with
Right.
you, and they're like, this is the moment where I decided I was going to do X, Y, and Z. Whether that's where they ended up,
Sure.
long term in their life. But I think these types of situations are giving our kids the opportunity to have that one conversation that could
change their life.
truly,
Right.
truly. I know that sounds so cheesy, but genuinely.
Yeah. So as a business owner, right, we're all business owners, former
Sure.
business owners. How would one get involved? How do they reach out? Kind of what can they expect when they do? They don't know what they want to do, but they want to be involved with the youth, with the Boys and Girls
Sure.
Club.
So there is a survey floating around through Google survey.
Google Forms.
Forms, yes, that's what it is. So there is a survey floating around, and it says, I'd really like to help in this capacity. It's on all of our branding now. There's a little QR code, and you click that, and it'll take you to a survey that says, hey, I'd like to help. And it gives you the option of I'd like to cheer you on from the sidelines for now. I would like to host an intern. I would love to have you come out for a facility tour. I would love to come in and do a panel discussion. So there's a ton of opportunities there. And then there's another, if you have another idea, we want to hear it. We want to know your ideas. We want to get this community involved.
Awesome.
From a donation standpoint, which is my full-time job, asking for the dollars. We have kind of whittled our asking season down to Q3, Q4 of the year. We're about to roll out our annual campaign, which is Tipton needs club kids, and club kids need Tipton. This year, we're offering, in exchange for a $60 sponsorship, a shirt that says that. With our logo on it. We're looking for ambassadors to speak about the brand, like you said, and what we mentioned earlier. It's a safe place, but outside of that, many people don't know what we're truly trying to offer our kids, and it takes a lot to fund that and to fuel that. So, from a donor standpoint, we have corporate sponsorships, we have individual giving options. We will take it in whatever capacity people have to give it. So. Happy to facilitate that.
Yeah, so besides the gala, kind of what else is coming up at the club in the next few months, or even looking at next year, what other big events are happening?
So, mentioned the annual campaign, that's going to launch in September. We'll be at some of the local events, basketball games, football games. We'll be selling those shirts in exchange for this sponsorship or donation. And then kind of our event schedule resets for 2026. So our first one will be a Galentine's Day event. Last 2 years, we've done a bracelet making event. We're going to switch that up a little bit. But around the same time, we do a St. Patrick's Day run, a 5K. That was our first one last year, and I thought it was a great success. Really looking forward to blowing that one up.
Yeah.
We have a golf outing, and then we have the gala. We are tentatively talking about a pickleball tournament towards the end of this year, but nothing firm there. So our year is a combination of events and campaigns to raise enough funding to help our kids do
awesome
cool things.
Yeah, and if you're watching or listening and you are interested in pickleball, please leave a comment so that we know that there is interest, because pickleball is my outside passion, outside of everything I do for work. And I also coach pickleball, and I'm happy to get involved. And I've ran several tournaments before, so
maybe do some lessons prior to.
We could do an intro to pickleball class, and
Can we have a beginner?
just kind of teach.
I've had enough coffee for this to be dangerous. So don't overcommit right now, because I will sign you up.
No, the facility I coach at, literally last night, we just did a free intro to pickleball class. Had all 6 courts full. You teach the basics of this is how you hit, to these are the rules, this is what you can and can't do, and then lead into the tournament after that.
Oh my!
I think we need to recruit people who have never played or have just very little, like myself.
Yeah.
Do the class and then do a tournament,
Immediately.
immediately after.
Good idea.
I mean, it'd be fun,
Just see where it goes.
There are some super competitive people in pickleball, but they're probably higher level, and there's groups and individuals that play in the lower levels that just go out and have fun.
Sure.
It's not a
It's to begin.
Yeah, it's a tournament, but
there's a lot to be
we're here
gained from the
fun.
community, I'm sure, aspect of just being together with people, doing something.
And especially if it's going towards the Boys and Girls Club, it makes it more fun.
You're hired,
Maybe get some
so.
of the kids out there and play. And
Stand by.
You never know.
Stand by, Riley.
yeah.
You just signed up for a whole lot.
Yeah, that's okay. So kind of shifting towards just pride in the community, right? That's a big thing that we focus on is being one community here in Tipton. How have you seen the community show up for the club or rally around local youth in your time at the club and prior to that?
I mean, I am always met with a yes. I think that speaks to Amanda. I think that speaks to Dick, who was before her. I think it speaks to anybody who has had tenure at that club. Everybody has fought. I know Christy as a board member or the board president for a long time. There were dark times where the club almost didn't see itself through. And the community is the reason, along with leadership, that it's still standing. And that it's in a great position that it's in now. So absolutely. I think it's just unmatched in terms of support.
Yeah. So. Do you find that businesses are eager to support as well? I mean, I know we've talked about with a couple of our previous guests that we're all trying to support each other business to business and do what we can. Or you also see that at the club?
Sure.
Yeah.
Yes. I think obviously everybody gives to their capacity. I think something I struggle with in my role, whether it's new or I haven't really identified why, but a lot of businesses want to give to something tangible. So if we say we need a new ping pong table, they're jumping.
Yes.
Here's the check. Another example, Dan and I recorded a story of a young girl a couple weeks ago. She was making bracelets and selling them so she could afford day camp to come in the summertime. She wanted to be with the kids, couldn't afford it, sold bracelets.
Yeah.
We had employees, staff, board members, we're paying for it.
Yeah.
It's so easy to jump in on things that you can feel.
Absolutely.
But our budget is so significant to be able to keep our lights on, to be able to staff appropriately, to be able to pay appropriately for continuing education for our employees, our safety, everything. It takes so much money. So when I'm asking businesses for like, here's I need this sponsorship and it's going to cover all of this, they're a little more hesitant. And I respect that, but I'm working on, and it is my goal to be able to explain how much it takes to run this organization just on a base level to be able to provide what Kim's providing.
Right. And I
to our
think,
kids.
and I can speak to, sorry to interrupt, beyond the dollar. Jason Hummerkaus sat down with a couple of the life and workforce development staff and was like, I would love to do this, and I would love to do this, and I would love to do this. And I think the time commitment as well is very significant. Those who are willing to host an intern, like that does come out of their bottom dollar if they're paying them or if they're, taking the time to train them. Yeah. The ones who are willing to, come speak on a panel discussion with us, the ones who are willing to just give us a tour of their facility. It goes beyond just the dollar as well. Like that's significant and necessary for our organization, of course, but the ways that they show up that aren't financially are also very, very important.
Yeah.
Yes.
That's awesome. So you mentioned maybe like sponsoring a kid. So there are unique ways. So if you just express your interest and say, I don't know what it looks like, but I want to be involved, and I don't know if it's a possibility, but sponsoring just one kid comes to you and says, I can't afford it, but I want to be here. Then you go and reach out to that individual or the business partner, whoever it may be, and say, for this amount, you can literally just cover all the costs for that one person.
I think what's unique about our club is the affordability. For, I don't know how many years, it's been $50 for the entire school year. From 3 to 6, the kids can come in. There's a free snack provided, and then obviously all of the things we've discussed. But the cost to the club is over $3,000 per year per kid.
Yeah.
So, we try to
make that up.
Demonstrate to the business that we are only, charging the family this much, which I think is incredible.
Oh, yeah.
But we definitely have to work incredibly hard to make sure that all the wheels stay in motion with that.
It's tough. Price of everything is raising, but the fact that it is still $50 for an entire year is incredible.
Yeah, absolutely.
Awesome. All right, let's jump into a little rapid fire here.
Oh, no.
Uh-oh.
Favorite club memory from the past year?
For me, I'm not in the club with the kids on a daily basis, so any opportunity I get to leave with the staff and the team, and we have trainings that are national focused where we get to be with other people, those events are incredible. They inspire me. They remind me why I do what I do. You hear those stories about how one conversation changed those people's lives that are up on the stage as adults. Those are definitely they pull at my heartstrings.
Yeah, I'm still very new, so I haven't had like a ton of opportunity, but I really, really enjoy hearing from the other staff and from like Amanda and from Maddie, who's in the club every day. Just hearing like, oh, this person did this, and then this thing clicked with this person, and hearing like from like Amanda's standpoint of, well, this was the thought and now here we are and it's this big, it's coming to fruition. So seeing and witnessing like those types of things, and knowing that I will also get to make those types of things happen is very rewarding already.
All right, next one. Go to place for lunch in Tipton. What's your favorite? Love Boat.
Yeah.
Fair enough. Simple one. And then this one's going to require some creativity. If you had to, if Tipton were a club activity, as a whole, the city, what would it be based on all the activities that the club does?
Oh man, if Tipton were a club activity.
Yeah. What kind of
That's tough.
visualizes the city of Tipton if in the club standpoint?
I mean, I immediately go to like government official city where we bring the kids in and they'd sit on a commissioners meeting or a city council meeting, or they'd be the facilitators of the meeting, mayor for the day.
Yeah.
Listen, little segue, that's going to be available at the gala.
Oh,
Mayor for the
Up for auction, mayor for the day.
Is that only for kids or can adults be that too?
I did limit it to 18 and under.
Are there no? Okay, there's
did.
restrictions.
I feel like we get into some of the dangerous things of
Agreed.
an adult being
Agreed.
the official mayor
Yes.
for the day.
Right.
It could be a lot of fun though.
It could be.
I bet that would go for a lot of money. You should consider that.
Oh, an adult?
Yeah, we should consider that.
We'll have to talk to Keegan.
Yeah, we might have to sign up on that.
Yeah, I got to sign off on the kid.
But even the kid for a day, or the mayor for the day as a kid, like that's got to be super exciting.
I
And
think it'll be awesome.
yeah,
We've talked a lot about details of that day and making it, really special and not
Yeah.
just like them sitting at Keegan's desk for the day. Yeah, it'll be cool.
yeah, that's the boring stuff.
Right.
Even a full city council of just seeing
Kids.
the kids up there
Yes.
on the screen, watching.
That would be really fun too.
I love that.
City council.
Just all 6 or 7 kids up there, and that's it.
That's
and then
it?
see
where
the
it
city
goes.
from there.
I love this idea.
What could
Put some
possibly go wrong?
I mean, probably not a lot.
Yeah.
We could probably learn a thing or two from the kids'
I
vision.
like
They would probably have some unique ideas, just getting back to having fun and
Sure.
being a community
Basics.
and take all of the politics out of it and just, hey, this is what we're about.
What's important to them.
Yeah. All right. So to kind of wrap things up, before we do a final plug for the gala, what do you hope people take away from hearing more about the club today?
Personally, I hope that they feel inspired to want to be more involved in the club, whether they have children there, grandchildren there, or have no affiliation at all today. I hope they reach out. How can we help?
Yeah.
Yeah, I would echo a lot of that and just say like, hey, I actually believe in that too, and I'd like to buy in.
Yeah. You don't have to have a kid to
No.
support the club.
I mean, these kids are going to be the next generation of
Absolutely.
who is living in our community, and that's really impactful. Like,
Yeah.
I mean, significant when you think about it, and
Yeah.
to do everything we can as adults and people who can provide for them. Why not?
Yeah. Awesome. Well, one final plug for the gala.
Yes.
Time, date, place.
Sure.
And we'll wrap things up.
August 23rd, the Shack. Tickets are $75. It's going to be at 6 p.m., and I hope that you can attend.
It's going to be great food,
Great food.
great auction items.
Yep,
bourbon
great drinks,
pull.
bourbon pull,
Yeah.
DJ. It'll be awesome.
Awesome.
Adult
Well,
mayor for the day.
there's the note to wrap up. Perfect timing. So thank you both so much for joining us.
Thank you for having
and
us.
Really looking forward to everything the club's doing in the future.
Thank you.
Perfect. Thank you for having us.